Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more RWBY, you guys. I always look forward to my RWBY days so much because the show is my entire heart and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. If you're joining me early today, you already know what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, alright guys, we had an awesome kickoff to RWBY Volume 5 last time. I really enjoyed it. Really feels like a lot of the things that were starting to be put into motion from last volume are starting to pick up now. We had finally our crew gets kind of where they were going and gets to interact with this professor we know they were going to see, and the professor that we also knew was at least had ties to Salem and her crew, I guess. We definitely got to see more of that situation in the second episode that I watched last time. A little bit more of the direct interaction between Salem and Lionheart and, oh my gosh, I forgot his name again. I'm sorry, it'll come to me, but you know, the one who's like pulling the strings, basically, is like the liaison between Salem and Lionheart. I am so bad with names. I'm sorry. But yeah, we actually got to see like some dialogue between Salem and Lionheart. And it was very creepy. I have to say, somebody pointed this out to me that Salem, just in her dialogue alone, is so feels so dangerous and foreboding, you know, and it's really just dialogue, but huge credit to the writing and also the voice actress, who's awesome, for kind of being able to pull that off. But we got to catch up with everyone. We know Yang. Oh my god, Yang. Catching up with Yang was so good. My best girl, Yang. And we know she's headed to sea. So basically, a lot of our people are all going to intersect where Raven is. I have a feeling that seems like it's where it's headed, because we know that Raven has a Spring Maiden, supposedly. They're pretty sure. And, you know, our RWBY and Co. crew, RWBY and Crow and Co. That's so hard to say. I want to head in that direction, and we're kind of being stalled by Lionheart. And we know that, of course, Yang is headed in that direction. And following an epic battle with some of the most terrifying Grim I've ever seen, Weiss now has ended up with Raven. Like, she's just washed up on whatever island Raven was on. Someone pointed out to me to be aware that there are going to be time jumps in here, so we may be watching a story where, you know, when we focus on one character, we're really in a different time, and so I'll watch out for that, but because I actually didn't think of that maybe we're watching everything at all different times. Like, what if Yang has already reached Raven at this point when she comes and finds Weiss? So I'm not sure. We got to see, we got to see the leader of the White Fang, who was such a cool character design. And I gotta say, like, I really was interested in seeing her. And then Adam just straight up kills her. And another thing that's been pointed out to me is that you can really tell that Adam is far gone, because instead of trying to even, like, balance, I mean, yes, we know that Sienna Khan was not against the idea of violence to get what they wanted. But Adam isn't even proposing, like, we'll do what we have to do to balance the scales. He's just like, nah, we straight up want to, like, oppress, you know, humans the way that we were oppressed. And so his kind of, like, just taken the complete, you know, brought it around and taken the complete opposite stance to, it feels like, what the White Fang was about, which is really just about, really at the end of the day about, about making sure that the Faunus were respected and treated equally. So that really stunk. I have to say that he killed her off. We got to see Hazel a little bit in that scene. Another character I'm really curious about seeing more of. We got to catch up with Blake a little bit as well. We got to catch up with everybody. And oh my God, I gotta say, after seeing Ilya's backstory and the character shorts, I'm really looking forward to seeing more Ilya. In this volume. That's something that, like, just that brief glimpse we got of her, I'm like, okay, now I kind of feel like I get what her character is about. Because when I saw her last time, I'm just like, who's this? in the last volume. So of course we definitely have some stuff to get into, to look forward to. Oh yeah, and Oscar. Oh my God. Can I just say that Oscar coming into the main story is so nice, and also just the way that Crow handled it was so hilarious, and I just loved every second of it. And as you all know, Crow is my man, so of course anything with him is going to be good. But I just can't wait to see where everything's going now. It definitely feels like, you know, I feel like last volume was about dealing with the events of the previous volume and kind of setting up things for this volume. Now I feel like all that's been put in place and everything's kind of starting to come together, and the story is going to pick up even more from here. So very, very excited to see what's going to happen next on the show that is my whole heart. So what do you say we go ahead and get started on the next 2 episodes of RWBY? Let's go. Oh, the new song. Oh my God. I'm so all about it. Okay. One thing I'll mention is that I could not believe that this was Casey when I first heard it. I'm like, do they have someone else singing with Casey? Because I could tell that some parts were Casey, but just the fact that her voice is maturing every volume, and just her versatility and range, it's just like incredible to me. The fact that she can pull off so many different sounds and even just like vocal ranges, because she can sing in a very high register and also low, and she does both very well, which is unusual. So just have to gush over her a little bit. And Jeff, who both do an amazing job. Like, this part I can tell is her, but the beginning sounded like an older singer. Like I'm guessing she was like still in her teens when she sang this. So yeah. Oh my God, so excited. Week to week I almost forget that, like, the the animation just keeps getting better too. All right. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Oh boy, there's going to be some big fallout from what happened last time, isn't there? What did I say?
Are you ready?
Yes. It won't be easy for the people to hear, but the truth often isn't. I know they'll do the right thing.
Oh, is he gonna come forward and say what he knows? Oh, and I love how they're rubbing him like, oh, son! And his little tail's up. Oh, he's so smiley. I love you, son. I love how Blake and her mom were like rubbing against him almost like kitties. Oh, come on. You can do this. I gotta say, I like him. Okay.
Thank you all for assembling here. I wanted to take time to address some of the rumors that have been circulating around our island. I believe that it is important for the people of this territory to understand the truth. No matter how you feel about the human race, I think we can all agree that the event now known as the Fall of Beacon was a tragedy. a tragedy that will set both man and faunus kind back. While the main aggressor is still unknown, we do have official confirmation that Adam Taurus, the leader of a powerful splinter group,
He's like looking right at them,
was partially responsible for these attacks. His actions not only tarnish the reputation of an organization originally created to bring peace and equality to all, but to our entire race. With each day that this man remains unpunished, it becomes increasingly difficult to condemn those that look down upon us.
that strong words, but also very, very true.
Recently, a spy from this same splinter group set their sights on this very home. My own daughter, Blake, and her friend did their very best to apprehend this individual. While they were unsuccessful after being physically assaulted and seriously injured, they were successful in obtaining the assailant's scroll. With this, we have been able to ascertain that Adam Taurus has plans to overthrow the current leader of the White Fang.
Oh, so they don't know yet. They don't
over
know
the
yet.
reins himself.
Or is this one of the things that's happening out of time? I can't tell, or maybe they just don't know
Radical
yet.
plans do not stop there. The documents on this scroll proclaim his next target to be Haven Academy and its attached CCT tower. Their plan is to strike on the last full moon before the beginning of the fall semester, roughly 2 months from today.
Okay.
Sent
Oh,
my
so
swiftest
that's...
messenger to the government of Mistral, but I believe we have a greater responsibility.
What's that?
My relationship with the White Fang has been an interesting one.
It's been a
Years
little
ago, I
complicated.
led the organization to help try and create a world where I and every faunus who wished could walk alongside the human race. And while I believe we made great strides toward this goal, it was made clear to me that the people both in and out of the White Fang wanted faster results. So I stepped down, and Sienna Khan was appointed as my successor. It's
Right.
true that I do not fully condone many of her methods. What I do condone is what Sienna fights for. The
Right.
idea that the faunus and humans are, and should be, equal.
Equal, yeah. Yep. Her methods were...
Does not seem to have that goal in mind.
No.
What he has
And
done
we know that.
benefits no one but himself.
So, what we saw
I
last
think it's
episode
time that the faunus showed the world
happened after this?
that we are equals. Time that we snuff out this splinter group and restore the White Fang to what it once was.
Aw, yeah, it's too bad. I think he'd make a great leader of the White
To do
Fang.
this, I think the answer
It's
is
too
clear.
bad it didn't work
We
out.
must go to Haven and protect it at all costs.
Oh, so they are going to Haven? So they're all going to meet up at Haven. Huh? Why? What's going on, guys? Just...
Before
Oh,
we proceed any
tough
further,
crowd.
I'd like to invite my daughter to come and share her story. Not only as a former member of the White Fang, but also as a survivor of the fall of Beacon.
Yeah. Hmm.
You can do this.
Traitors!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's Ilya.
Ilya.
Cowards.
Oh.
Everything the humans have done to us. Everything they've put us through. You're asking us to help them?
I know we haven't been treated fairly.
Where
Ru-
was their help when the dust companies treated our people like slaves? Where was their help when kingdoms hunted faunus just for being who they are?
Oh,
Where's
that's...
my help when my parents were killed in a dust mine? Where?
Oh, so they were... Okay, in her story. I couldn't tell, but they were...
Cooperation.
The belladonnas are the worst kind of faunus. They want us to work with the same people that are trying to hold us down.
But...
Truly want to help your people. Now is the time to support Adam, not the people.
Oh, no. But
He
see...
will bring about the future that you deserve. And
But-
if you're unwilling to fight, know that the White Fang will do it for you.
Shut up!
Oh! Oh my god, son just coming in like a bat out of heck. And they're like, okay. They're like, Oh.
He's possessed or reincarnated.
Oh, isn't it weird?
Oh, guys, you're making him super uncomfortable.
Yes.
He's like, yes, it's weird. You're making him uncomfortable, guys. Everyone back off. Give him, give him.
Just take a second and
Yeah.
remember that this is very overwhelming for everyone.
Right. Yes. Why don't you give... There you go. Give him like about 2 feet of space. Oh, he's so cute.
Sorry. It's just, I've never really met huntsmen and huntresses before.
Well,
He's
we've never
been-
met a person with 2 souls, so
Yo.
first time's all around.
There you go. It's a topsy-turvy world, people.
Not to break up the whole getting to know you game, but we need to have a talk.
Crow, like everything he
Mind showing
says.
us your little parlor
just
trick,
amazing.
kid?
Can he like show it
okay.
other? Can
Just so
he?
you know, I'll still be here.
Oh, he's gonna let Ozpin take over. Okay. See, he's just kind of like getting in the back seat. In other words, and he's gonna let Ozpin take the wheel.
It is so very good to see you again, students.
Oh.
Wait, what just happened?
What do you
Professor-
think?
Ozpin? Correct. And though I may be the one speaking, Oscar is still present mentally. He's merely handed over the controls, so to speak. Just don't make us do anything embarrassing. I'm
Oh.
afraid this all must be very perplexing.
And alarming, and bizarre, and just really kind of hard to believe overall.
Oh, Nora.
Good to see you children still have your sense of humor. I know you've all been through tremendous hardship already.
I'm sorry.
So that's... I'm trying to tell the voice. The voice is still Oscar's,
all
but
my
it's...
fault.
You can kind of hear Ozpin.
I told you once that I made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on
I
this
was-
planet.
I was gonna bring that
I
up
wasn't exaggerating.
because somebody was actually pointing out some interesting stuff to me.
For thousands of years, I have walked the surface of Remnant, living,
Thousands
dying,
of
and
years.
reincarnating in the body of a like-minded soul. The Professor Ozpin you all met was not my first form.
No, we
Really
kind of
wasn't
gathered
my
that.
last. It's
Whoa, so
an
who was...
extraordinarily strenuous process.
Who's the first
for
form?
everyone involved.
So who
Who is,
are you?
Yeah, yes,
I am the
yes.
combination of countless men who have spent their lives trying to protect the people of Remnant. With every rebirth, my soul is eventually merged with another. And I
Okay.
am changed, but my memories stay with me.
Oh,
This curse was
Okay.
bestowed upon me by the gods because I failed to stop Salem in the past.
okay.
Must stop her now.
How about far back in the past?
And
Because
how do
he
we do
said
that?
1,000 years.
We start by ensuring the safety of the relic of knowledge.
Okay. Oh god, and here's Weiss. Oh god, we're just seeing like... we're catching up with everybody here. So I have some things I want to talk about Ozpin at the end, but... Oh god, Weiss.
Well, well, well. Look who's awake.
No.
What's going on? Where am I?
You know, I never thought I'd see a Schnee in this camp.
Is this part of Raven's game? Oh, okay. Somebody who's kind of a bigwig, perhaps? Oh, no.
What do you want?
Straight to the point. I like it. We don't normally deal in trafficking people. Not really worth our time. But once we realized we had a Schnee, that
Oh.
changed.
You're going to ransom me back to my father. Is that it?
Please don't do that.
It's a shame you're a Schnee. You'd probably do quite well around here.
I would
Huh?
never sink to your level.
Just keep quiet and cooperate and you'll be back in your mansion before you know it.
Oh God, no. That's almost worse than being here.
Don't make this complicated.
What's going to make this complicated is when my sister finds out that I didn't make it to Mistral.
Mm-hmm.
You know my sister, don't you? Special operative of the Atlas military?
Yeah.
She's in Mistral now. And when she hears I'm missing, it won't take her long to find me.
Please
And
don't.
you.
Oh, please don't say Winter's dead or something. Please don't. Oh God, or that Winter is there. Oh no, I'm scared.
I don't know if it's more funny or sad, but you're clearly out of the loop.
Oh God.
Your sister
No.
isn't in Mistral anymore.
Where is she?
No Atlas personnel are in Mistral anymore. General Ironwood closed
Really?
the borders and recalled all of his little troops in tin cans.
They were talking about closing the
No one's
borders.
coming to rescue you.
Where is Winter then? I thought they were gonna say she was dead or that they had her. Oh my God.
Perfect! We were
Oh,
stuck
Weiss.
but now we can just take little cute boy Ozpin to live 16 straight.
No.
Please don't call me that.
Yeah, we're
Cute
not
little boy,
sure that's the
Ozpin.
best idea.
She tried.
But I thought the headmasters
Pout.
all took their orders from you. That was the intention. For lieutenants I can trust, especially during times of reincarnation. But Crow told me about your meeting with Leonardo. He isn't just behaving irrationally. He's disobeying specific instructions I had left him.
They're gonna
Something's
put this
wrong.
together.
I
Yep.
don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't
But
want to rule out any possibilities either.
yeah.
No one outside of this room knows that I've paired with Oscar. And I think it may be best to keep it that way.
Play things close to the chest until we got a better hand.
Precisely. Now we have two
Aw.
steps ahead of us.
They get each other because they're
First is
friends.
enlisting the aid of more huntsmen.
But the Mistral Council
Doesn't own every huntsman in the kingdom. And I've been here enough times to know where we can find some more.
Really?
Trustworthy.
You can trust them to put up a good fight. I'll throw together a list tonight.
Oh. Oh.
Good luck with that.
Oh. Was that his bad luck?
Move on to step 2.
Poor baby.
What's step 2?
Getting you four into fighting shape.
Ah, training montage. I sense a training montage.
We already know how to fight.
Oh,
You
do
can
you
only fight So
now?
long as you have crescent rows, but you're still lacking in hand-to-hand combat.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's fair.
I'm glad to hear you've improved, but sorry to say you've yet to unlock your semblance. All of you
Okay.
still have a ways to go before you're ready to pose any real threat against Salem and her forces. And though Oscar
So?
can give me temporary control, I'll need to strengthen his body and his aura. Wait, what?
He's like, hang on.
Memory and time, but practice will expedite the process.
But if Crow's out looking for huntsmen, then who's going to teach us?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Well, I believe I was the headmaster of Beacon Academy.
Hee
We have a
Their faces.
before classes resume at Haven.
Oh my God.
It makes sense that it occur prior to students' return.
Just frozen.
It's not much time, but it's better than nothing.
Nice.
Just don't expect me to go easy on you.
Ooh. And okay, and we're back. Oh, honey. Oh, that's why we're gonna have a training montage. It's
Kidding me?
all gonna be okay. We're gonna do it montage style. Are we gonna do it montage style? I'll be so happy. So I have some things to say about Ozpin after this that somebody pointed out to me in the comments. Oh, honey. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Make something that will cut through your... Oh, your knight's gonna help you. Have him cut your ropes off, honey. Hi, knight. Yep. Use the sword. Yeah, all right. Oh, is that the end? Oh my God. Okay. All right. That was amazing. And I have some things I want to point out. First of all, We know this sounds like it's 2 months before school gets back in session. The speech that Blake's dad gave was 2 months before, because he said we're expecting this to happen and blah, blah, blah. I'm not so sure about Weiss and Yang. And what we saw from Adam then, if he was expected to overthrow Sienna Khan at that time, was that like a future thing that we saw? That would kind of be my question. So let me go ahead and light up the next, it's called lighting the fire. So I said light up the next one. I'm going to light it up, you guys. Let me load that up, get that loading. And then I would love to chat about this episode. So the first thing I want to point out is that somebody highlighted some very, very interesting facts that we already know. In my comments, they highlighted that in the World of Remnants that I watched about the Great War, the king is said to have established the academies, right? And at some point, a while ago, Ozpin said that he had a hand in that. And that he had, and they said this here, he had made all these mistakes and everything. And we know now he's been around for thousands of years in one form or another. They didn't come out and say this, but are we to infer that he's either the king or like from that era, from the Great War? Not that particular vessel that we knew as Ozpin, but the memories that seem to be, it really reminds me a lot of, and I don't know if any of you guys watch Star Trek, but it really reminds me of, on Star Trek, there is a species that can pass down kind of like the memories, the essence from host to host. And it's still the person, like if you're talking to so-and-so, they're still so-and-so, but they now have 10 other people and their memories kind of in there. And it reminds me a lot of that, to be honest. But still with its own kind of unique twist. But the concept, since it was already kind of familiar to me, I think it was a little bit easier for me to come in and kind of be like, oh, it's like that. Okay. As opposed to being like, having Nora's reaction of being like, it's weird, it's kind of unbelievable, and it is. But it did kind of remind me of that. So, okay. So now I'm wondering about that. Is Ozpin like, is that how this all got started back during the Great War? And what they said in this episode leads me to believe that even more because, well, but he said thousands of years. When did the Great War happen? When did they I'm sure they said it in the World of Remnant, but of course, like, it's like dust in the wind. I was really proud of Blake's dad, and I was sitting there thinking, like, he makes a really good leader. I could see him being the leader, but it does seem like, it may have been a little bit harder to get people fired up or rally up people with a plan that didn't it's not as easy to kind of like rally up the people, I think, with the kind of plan that he was going for, which was, we'll put in the hard work and the long hours, and it may not be in our lifetime, but we're going to work towards equality. And certainly the style, it seems, that Sienna Khan had was a little bit more, we're going to push and we're not going to, So they wanted the same thing, but their methods were different. So I get that. But I think he's a really good leader, though. I hope that whatever happens here, that maybe he'll end up coming in and taking over. And, God, I really hope. I'm so scared that, like, somebody's going to die in this volume. And now I'm just, like, always scared that somebody's going to die because of everything that we've been through on this show. But so, oh, we did see Ironwood talking about closing off the borders and everything, so we know that he did that. Where Winter is, I guess, anyone's guess. I was so afraid they were going to be like, bring out her corpse and be like, oh, yeah, we got Winter a long time ago. I would have lost my mind. Because Winter and Weiss are like, I feel like that's the only blood family that she really has that she can depend on, you know? We didn't see Yang in this episode, but it was fun getting to hear a little bit more from Ozpin / Oscar / little boy Ozpin, as Nora referred to him as. I love that we're this deep into like the mythos and we can have so much heavy drama on the show and complex story and still have kind of silly moments with our crew from time to time. That really warms my heart. But so I am starting to see where maybe there's a little bit of a time differential, because clearly many of these things are happening a few months, like during the summer sometime, a few months before fall semester begins. But I'm wondering if what we saw from Adam was jump 2 months in the future to where he overthrows, or maybe he just already did it and nobody knows. I'm not positive. So, but I can't wait to see the next episode and maybe find out more info and maybe get that training montage, you guys. So what do you say? We go ahead and get started. Let's do this. That theme though. The theme gets me going, you guys. That's just, I know I gushed a lot last episode over Casey's voice, but I gotta say, that is just incredible. Oh no, it's not gonna buffer, is it? Please don't buffer. If it buffers, I'll just take a brief pause and try and get it to start working again. It's been doing that a lot to me, so. I like how Oscar was in there like, wait, what? I have to train? So, but that's why it's always, the soul is always like passed down to someone like-minded. Oh, did we just see the individual that we just saw in the last episode? And we saw them looking at, interesting, okay. Interesting, yeah, I don't know very much about, unless I'm just completely blanking, I don't think I know very much about that character that interacted with Weiss last episode. I really love their looks this season, just like from the updated animation. I think everyone just looks spectacular. This is nice. Oh. Oh, Yang's so cool.
This should just about do it.
I don't know if I would trust him.
Here. I'll go up ahead and make sure the coast is clear.
She's like, her arm. That's a cool sound that it makes. Oh. She's armed and ready.
I can't believe you were dumb enough to let me lead you here.
Did she know?
Is this everyone?
Oh.
Yes,
my girl.
Lady. This is it. Well, unless you count the whole rest of the camp back that way.
That way.
Huh?
Yes, that way.
Oh, you're the ones who got played.
Now to pay me back for this tooth, we're gonna take your bike. And you're gonna take your lumps.
Oh, is that right? Let's do this, Yang. Oh, I can't wait to see her just
you
like...
got the jump on me last time, sweetheart. You really ought to think twice.
Her eyes are just like... No BS.
All right. Get her!
Oh my gosh, he's such a boss. It's like a beautiful dance. I'll just never get tired of watching it. Wow. And I love how she's doing all this and not taking damage to power up. She's just straight up on the offensive. Oh. Oh, you in trouble? Yeah, you're about to lose more teeth, friend. And we see the arm do that from time to time. She's Yang.
When Raven finds out what you did, you're dead.
Possibly, but I doubt it. I'm her daughter, after all.
Bet you guys didn't know that. Oh, that was epic. Oh. Oh. I feel like we're watching.
Oscar's picking up on this stuff fast.
Yeah. They're just like two very sweet characters. Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. She'll get you back. Ouch.
Yes, I did it. Oscar?
You okay, buddy?
Engage your aura again. Why didn't you tell me? Because this method makes you less likely to forget.
You're not gonna make that mistake twice.
Not bad, Miss Rose. But Oscar doesn't have the years of training that you do. Or I do.
Oh, definitely not the years of training he has. He's got like...
Well, maybe we should,
Uh-oh. Ah. Oh, Ruby. Ruby. Oh, Ruby. Ooh. Come on, Ruby. Come on, hun. Uh-oh. Yeah, no. Ouch is right.
The next time you want to throw a left cross, remember to push off with the appropriate foot. And as always, do be aware of any openings.
Got it.
Again, won't make that mistake twice.
Hey, are you okay?
How is this so exhausting?
Oh,
Your body
babe.
isn't used to this kind of training.
No.
Not to mention generating a defensive aura on your own. It takes intense concentration at first, but in time it will become second nature, allowing you to deflect attacks and gradually heal your wounds. After that, you can begin focusing on your semblance, whatever that may be.
Semblance.
You know, like your very own superpower. Everybody's got one. It's just a matter of finding it and mastering it. Ruby moves super fast. Electricity makes me stronger. Ren can mask emotions, and John can.
He's working on it.
John's like you.
He hasn't found out yet. He's working on
He
it.
hasn't found his semblance yet, but we all know he will.
Yeah.
We will too. We all just have to try and help each other get stronger.
That's right. Aww.
A common philosophy is that a warrior's semblance is a part of who they are.
Right.
Some say your personality and character can define your semblance, while some claim that it's the other way around. Of course, there are still many who don't see a connection at all.
It's hard to know.
Kind of the
when you
chicken and the
know
egg.
Sometimes. His semblance was unlocked from intense stress, and mine kicked in during training one day.
What about
Okay.
Oh, struck by lightning, didn't die. Crazy Thursday.
Or Thursday.
I meditate.
Don't worry, Mr. Ark. Your journey is far from over.
Right. This music too, though.
Unlocking your semblance isn't the end. It can still grow and evolve.
Hmm.
If you're willing to put in the work, who knows what could happen.
That's interesting that it can kind of change over time, maybe. Also, I have to say that Oscar's VA is killing it with the mimicking Ozpin's VA. Oh man, I'm scared. From what we know about Raven, she's not exactly Mother of the Year, so I'm a little worried. Then again, Yang is Yang, and there's probably no need to worry about her. I just worry about her, like, emotionally, you know what I mean? Oh, wait, is this happening at the same time? Is Yang being... I hope so. That would be really nice. This is all happening. Yes, come on. Oh. Oh, so she didn't have him undo her ropes, or cut the ropes. She's having him do something else. The score in this is killing it.
Mom.
Mom.
Yang.
So, after all this time, you finally decided to visit me.
You want to try that again?
I searched for you. I spent years looking for you.
And you found me. You were patient, determined, and strong enough to make your dream a reality. Well done, Yang. But did you have to be so rough with my men?
I didn't want
Yes.
to fight. They started it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you certainly finished it.
She does not look impressed.
Right. I'm sure this is all very overwhelming, but I must admit that you've proven yourself. So any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer.
How
you can stay with
about-
us tonight. I'll even have the cooks whip up something for you.
That's not why I'm here.
No. What? So what do you want
What
to
was
say,
that?
honey?
I'm not here for you. Ruby is somewhere in Mistral. She's with Crow and she's going to need my help. I just need you to take me to her.
Oh!
Why would I do that?
Because we're family.
Family. Only coming around when they need something.
I'm sorry, you
I
kind
have
of...
to say I'm disappointed. After all, you found me, didn't you? Why not take that drive and use it to find your little sister if she really means that much to you?
Because you're going to save me time.
Okay.
Ruby is heading to Mistral, but there's no guarantee she's made it there. Looking for her in
Oh.
Anna could take ages. But Dad told me how your semblance works.
Oh, that's what this is
You could bond to
about.
certain people. And when you do, you could create a portal that takes you straight to them.
That is
You've got
handy.
one for Dad, one for me, and you've got one for Crow. He promised me
And
he'd watch out for
Crow's with
Ruby before
Ruby.
he left.
Okay.
And I trust him. So, make a portal to my uncle and sister, and I'll be on my way.
She's... Oh.
It takes real strength to march in here and demand such a favor of me. I've got to say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I feel like she'd respect
It's
that.
very noble to want to help out your sister. But if she's with Crow, then she's already a lost cause.
What does that mean?
You don't want to get mixed up in all of that, Yang. Ozpin is not the man you think he is, and Crow is a fool
What?
for trusting him. I would know. I trusted him once too.
I don't
Right,
care what
they
you
were on the
think.
team together. Oh, I wonder
Your
if that...
choice is your own. All I'm suggesting is that instead of getting wrapped up in something too big for you, for any of us, that maybe you take a moment to wonder if you're already where you belong.
Save your breath.
Yeah, no. Not gonna happen.
You could spout off whatever you want, but nothing is going to keep me from my sister.
Oh, aren't you stubborn?
I get it from my mom.
Like mother, like daughter. I wonder if that chick that we saw was the Spring Maiden, because they have the
That's
Spring
how you
Maiden, right?
feel? Then it sounds like we're done here.
Oh, we get...
Take her
Oh,
away.
we about to hear a new song? Or is that the shit? I gotta say, the score is killing it here, too. Oh, no.
Did you not hear me? I said, send me to Crow, damn it!
That's enough! You watch your mouth in front of our leader!
I'm sorry, but this is... Oh. This is also like her mom who kind of left her, too, though. You know what I mean? So, like... Oh, yeah, you're gonna regret that. Just the whole attitude of like, oh, nice! Weiss? What are you doing here?
Weiss?
Yay! That worked out well.
All right, well, subtlety is out.
Uh-huh, yeah. Okay, little knight. Let's do this. Big knight, shall I say. Nice. Oh my god, that knight is everything. That knight's really, really awesome. Let's go! We got half our team back together.
Well, that's my mom, and she could take us to Ruby.
Okay.
Your mom kidnapped me? You kidnapped her?
Oh, man. Whoa, what a family. Oh, Weiss knows all about complicated family stuff, though. I'm guessing she's a Spring Maiden?
If you people don't keep it together, this place will be crawling with Grim. Give the girl her weapon back.
What? She's like, huh? Yay.
You two, in my tent. Now.
Why?
If you're really going after your sister, then you need to know the truth.
What do you mean, truth? She said something about Ozpin, too. Like, is she referring just to the fact that he...
Sorry about...
Oh! Yay, it's so good to...
so much.
Oh! Girls! Oh, yes! Half our team's back together! Oh. Please don't end the episode there. Please don't end the episode. Okay, also the music in this one's killing it. Okay, so I'm guessing it hit me like way too late, 'cause it didn't even hit me during the first episode I watched here, but it hit me that that chick with the really, really blue eyes is probably the Spring Maiden, huh? Because they said that the Spring Maiden ran off and kind of joined up with them. Also we got half our crew back together, guys. Half of we got the W and the Y in RWBY, which is great. We got them back together, and they're on their way. All right, you guys, that was amazing. So I'm so sorry it took me so long to try and guess that one chick that we saw was probably the Spring Maiden, but that's what I'm going with at this point. That's probably what's going on, right? Is that she's the Spring Maiden. I gotta say, I think Raven is interesting. She is not... The way she interacts with Yang was not exactly what I expected based on just like what we had seen or heard of her before. Her interaction with Crow, and also just like that line of like, hey, I showed up once, but I'm not going to save you again. I actually maybe even expected her to be a little bit more harsh, but I can see that she's like one of those parents that's like, oh, I'm going to like put you through all these paces and to make you stronger, you know? And so she's kind of like impressed with her at this point that she found her. But I love that Yang has grown so much in herself and found herself so much more, and has such a family outside of like, you know, we know that at one point she was trying so hard to find her mom, and that kind of consumed her a little bit, and I feel like she has come so far since then and has such an established family and like friend family that I love that in the end she was like, I'm not even here to see you. I'm here for your services, and that's it. Like the whole mother part of this, like, don't even worry about it. I'll be on my way once I get what I need. And I'm like, yes, because like, I gotta say, seeing Raven being like, took you long enough, I'm like, you kind of sort of like have not been there for your child, you know, like whatever her reasons why. I know she grew up in this tribe and felt the need to go back, but also like has kind of been an absentee mom, it feels like. And I do kind of get the impression that maybe some of her staying away was, again, trying to get Yang to have the dedication, perseverance, all that stuff she mentioned, to come and find her, which it just doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like, in my opinion, like my idea of great parenting. I'll just put it that way. Of course, you know, I am not one to judge anyone's parenting methods, but I would say that that's not my style right there. It's the kind of like sort of leave your kid and then be like, if they're smart enough, they'll come find me. So I was kind of like not impressed with that aspect of her dialogue with Yang from the start. So to hear Yang be like, oh no, I don't, nah. I'll be on my way. I need to find my sister. I need to find my family. I was like, oh, dang, my girl is a straight up boss. And I wondered if the thing with Weiss was happening. It did become more apparent as we were seeing the actual scenes back to back that, okay, I think this is happening at the same time. But to have Yang like knock down whatever barrier was there, and then just have Weiss be right there and be like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Your mom kidnapped me?" That's it's not exactly like having your daughter's friend over for, you know, cookies and punch and a sleepover in the traditional sense, is it? I'm sorry, there's Buffy hair flying around. If I went cross-eyed for a second, it's because I was looking at it floating in the air. Oh, can we talk about the training? It wasn't a training montage, but we did get some good training. And I love that we're getting to highlight kind of like where each person's skill level is at and what they need to work on. And I love the sweet moment, complete with like almost kind of like sitcom music playing for like the little moment that they had talking about, you'll find your semblances, we're all gonna help each other out. Interesting idea that we kind of knew that the semblance is sort of a part of the person's personality a little bit, but interesting idea that it can kind of grow over time as the person grows, because if you unlock it as like, you know, a 10-year-old and you change over time and it's a part of you, kind of makes sense that there's a chance for your semblance to kind of evolve as well. Nora. It was a crazy Thursday. Oh my god, I love Nora. All right, guys. Those episodes were really, really, really good. Really does feel like everything is starting to come together now. So proud of Yang. So proud of Weiss. Weiss was straight up in there. Like, I was terrified for Weiss when she first got captured. I'm like, oh my god, like, I want her to be protected so badly, but I almost kind of forgot for a second that this is the girl that learned the hard way to protect herself and is never going to forget that lesson, and she is fine. So Weiss has just grown on me so much. So much more than I thought she would. So, all right, that's where we're at. And it sounds like we are all going to meet up in Haven now, because even, they mentioned that when we were catching up with Blake, they mentioned Haven. So we're all going to get back together, guys. Let's get the band back together, shall we? We already got 2 of them back together. And I'll tell you what, that embrace, I felt that in my core after having them all separated for as long as we have. I felt it. I felt it when they hugged, and oh man, oh, I want to get in on that hug. Make it a group hug, please. All right, guys. I loved it. I cannot wait to see more. Can you believe next reaction, I'll be halfway through the volume already? If this is another, like, I'm assuming they're all like 12 episodes. Isn't that nuts? It's nuts. I'm loving it so far. I'm loving Volume 5. I feel like Volume 3 was about breaking everything down. Volume 4 was about recovering and building it back up and setting up. And Volume 5 seems to be about getting everyone back together and taking care of this world situation. Oh yeah, can we talk about the fact that Raven has some big thing to reveal? Is she just going to reveal what Ozpin, Oscar revealed to our other friends, or is there something more? Because I feel like maybe there's something more. I don't know if it's the truth. I don't know if it's a twisted version of the truth. I guess we'll find out, you guys. we'll just, we'll find out next time. Well, maybe not next time. They might not let us know that soon. But, all right, guys, as always, I love those episodes. I love the show so much. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.